This past weekend, wrestlers from all over New York State met at the Pepsi Arena in Albany for the New York State High School Wrestling Championships. A record crowd was on hand for an exciting weekend of wrestling action. We're going to follow a few of our area's wrestlers' paths towards the New York State Championship. First, we're going to check out some semifinal action. At 96 pounds in Division II, Marathon's Devin Brown cruised through the first 2 rounds, pinning both of his opponents in a combined minute and 28 seconds. However, in the semifinals, Brown faced eventual champion Ian Paddock from Warsaw. Paddock dominated the match early on his way to shutting out Brown 15-0, which earned him a technical fall at the 4:05 mark. Next, we'll check out Unadilla Valley's Trevor Franklin from the 112-pound weight class in Division I. Trevor won his quarterfinal match, then took on Lou Rugarello from Valley Central. Franklin jumped out to a 2-0 lead in the first period after getting this hard-fought takedown. In the second period, Rugarello turned on the steam and reversed Franklin before getting the fall at the 3:12 mark. At 125 pounds in Division I, we have 4-time defending state champion Troy Nickerson from Shenango Forks taking on Jason Chimin of Syosset. Nickerson earned a trip to the finals by getting an early lead, and then he racked up the points on his way to a technical foul at the 4:34 mark. At 125 pounds in Division II, Harpersville's Dave Marble took on Atticus' Pat Hagerty. Hagerty's a returning state finalist. Hagerty got out to an early start and held on to get a tough win by the score of 9-3. At the 130-pound class of Division I, 2-time defending state champion J.P. O'Connor from Oxford was looking to make it to the finals again when he took on Hunter Mays from Shenandoah. JP fought off the effects of flu-like symptoms from the night before to make it to the finals with an 11-2 victory. Next, we'll move on to the 160-pound class in Division II with defending state champion Eric Decker from Baybridge-Guilford-Afton taking on Dan Rudy from Paul Mack. Eric jumped out to a 2-0 lead with this first period takedown. He managed an escape later on and held on to win 3-2, advancing to the 160-pound final. In the semifinals of the 171-pound class in Division II, Unatigo's Andrew Sherwood took on Mike Bush from Southwestern. Sherwood dominated the match from the beginning and started racking up the points. He jumped out to a 17-2 lead before earning a technical foul at the 5:49 mark, and despite being the underdog of the weight class, Andrew Sherwood is off to the finals. Union Endicott's John Jones took on Alex Kaufman from Port Jervis in the 189-pound Division I semifinal. Jones jumped out to an early lead, but then was put on his back, allowing Kaufman to take command. John Jones got a match-tying takedown in the final 10 seconds, forcing overtime. Jones advanced to the final by winning 8-6. I couldn't stay for his final match, but I'll tell you that he won the 189-pound championship with a 2-1 victory over Jack Sullivan from Huntington. John's brother Arthur took on Joey Wild from Guilderland in the 275-pound Division I semi. Arthur got out in front early and never looked back on his way to an 8-3 victory. I missed his match in the finals as well, and I'm happy to report that the Jones brothers both brought home state championships. Arthur won the 275-pound crown with an 11-6 win over David Sanders from Liverpool. Next, we'll move on to the consolation finals and see how our local wrestlers did. In the 96-pound Division I class, Peter Capone from Johnson City took on Jamie Franco from Monroe Woodbury for third place. Capone managed an escape to pull out a 1-0 victory to capture third place. Marathon's Devin Brown wrestled for 5th place in the 96-pound Division II class, and he won via a fall at the 224 mark over Robert Slavin from Millbrook. Unadilla Valley's Trevor Franklin advanced to the 3rd place match in the 112-pound class in Division I by defeating Mike Picarillo from Comac by an 11-4 score. In the 3rd place match, Franklin took on Canandaigua's Dan Mandara. Trevor grabbed an early lead and held on to capture 3rd place with a 3-2 victory. Harpersville's Dave Marble made it to the 125-pound Division II 3rd place match. His opponent was Adam Meslanka from Hadley Luzerne. Marble dominated the match from start to finish and earned a technical fall at the 5-minute mark by racking up a 17-1 advantage. Matt Hand from Whitney Point took on Alex Seidlecki from Clarence in the 5th place match for the 145-pound Division II weight class. Hand took control of the match early and went on to claim 5th place with a 6-1 victory. Oxford Steve Loomis had a tough road to the 160-pound Division I 3rd place match. During the consolation semifinal match with Brian Gomez of Suffern, Loomis re-injured the shoulder he hurt prior to the MAC championships. Loomis managed to hold on despite the pain and pulled out a 5-3 victory. Next up was Josh Patterson from Wayne in the 3rd place match. Patterson jumped out to a 2-0 lead with this first period takedown. In the 3rd period, Loomis managed to get a reversal which tied the match at 2. However, I think the pain kept Loomis from being able to ride it out until overtime, and Patterson worked on the shoulder to gain a reversal. Patterson ended up winning by a score of 4-2. Deposit Hancock's Brian Deinhardt had to work his way through the wrestlebacks in the 275-pound Division II class after losing in the quarterfinals to eventual champion Jim Almy of Duanesburg. Deinhardt got to the 3rd place match and wrestled Frank Zielinski of Fredonia. Deinhardt got the early lead and used his strength and power to pull out a 7-1 victory and earn himself 3rd place honors. Well, they kicked everyone out of the Pepsi Arena to get ready for the finals. While they were waiting, the people got to enjoy an outdoor youth festival which featured balloon making, jugglers, and of course all kinds of tasty treats to eat.
We have had just a wonderful time here with the Albany area and the Pepsi Center.
The evening festivities started off with the New York Wrestling Coaches Hall of Fame inductions of Joe Benna from Niskayuna and Paul Gillespie from the Long Island area. Next up, we had the opening ceremony, which featured all of the top 6 place winners in each weight class, plus the top 2 teams in New York State, all walking out and surrounding the mats. Then we had the Star-Spangled Banner, complete with a huge American flag that was held in place by some of the wrestlers. Next, it was time to get down to the finals and to see how our local grapplers did. First, we started out at 125 pounds in Division I with Troy Nickerson's quest for a 5th state championship. He went up against Sean Bauer of Valley Central. Nickerson stayed true to form and dominated Bauer in racking up a 9-2 lead in the first period. Nickerson won by technical foul at the 3:01 mark to become the first person to win 5 state championships in New York. Congratulations go out to Troy for a job well done. Next up in Division I was the 130-pound final between two-time defending state champion J.P. O'Connor of Oxford and Kyle Ingraham of Canandaigua. After a scoreless first period, O'Connor took a 2-0 lead with this reversal and never looked back. JP won his 3rd consecutive state championship with a 4-0 decision. I know the people in Oxford will be proud of him. I'm here in Albany at the Pepsi Arena with 3-time state champion J.P. O'Connor. J.P., how's it feel to get your 3rd state championship?
Feels great. A lot of weight off my shoulders, and now I know all the hard work through the whole season paid off in state championship.
You know, you're battling some illness here yesterday. How did it affect you today?
I felt a little bit weak my first match, but second match the adrenaline was really flowing, and I felt really good. I went out there and proved that I'm the best in the state.
Good job, JP, and we'll hear for some more wrestlers later on. With his newly dyed hair and a set of headgear he's had since 3rd grade, defending state champ Eric Decker of BGA is set to go for his 2nd state championship. He faced David Butler of Shoreham Wading River in the 160-pound Division II final. Midway through the first period, Decker shot a single leg and then worked his way to getting the 2 points for the takedown. Then, in Decker's words, he slowly picked Butler apart and earned himself a 7-0 decision in the 160-pound title. I talked with Eric after the match.
I won it last year. You know, I didn't really expect myself to, but I did. And now I feel like I have to, because I can't feel like I can't stand losing after I've won something. You know, it feels like I've downgraded myself. So, you know, like I was kind of expecting it for myself, expectations.
The last match I stayed for was the 171-pound Division II championship between a true underdog in Unitigo's Andrew Sherwood and Nick Butles of Corinth. Butles got the early advantage in the match by getting a first-period takedown to go up 2-0. Sherwood went down 4-1 and was behind 4-3 at the start of the 3rd period. However, he managed to turn Butles on his back in the beginning of the 3rd. Then landed a huge throw and ended up pinning Butles at 5:25 to cap off an amazing championship quest. I got a chance to talk to Andy after his match.
Yes! That's all. It feels awesome. This is your dream from when you're a little kid. This is what it's all about. And I've been having dreams, raising my hand, state finals. I came in here as an underdog and I knew I could do it, but it was a long road to get here and a great way to finish out.
All in all, it was a great tournament, and we here at Hometown Sports congratulate all the participants.